This is Jonathan Frakes, and you're the next caller. If it's true that the pen is mightier than the sword, what then do we say about the microphone? Talk show radio hosts use this instrument to reach millions with thoughts and opinions designed to provoke, amuse, influence, and shock, all in the name of what they call good radio. And despite the appearance of a democratic exchange between a talk show host and his listeners, it is the host who holds the balance of power. With a flip of a switch, he can cut off any annoyance. But what happens when that balance of power becomes unbalanced? When the microphone becomes the instrument of a living nightmare? Is it still good radio?
Okay, line one, you're on with Kincaid all night. Go ahead.
Hi, my name's Barry Allen.
Clive Kincaid was the hottest thing in talk radio. His late-night show was so popular there were plans of syndicating it across the country. Of course, Clive made his living at the expense of others. Clive had no use for the people in his life, especially his listeners. He thought of them only as numbers, and with enough numbers his ratings would rise and he would get more famous, more wealthy, and more powerful.
Something like a flying saucer.
So you believe you saw a UFO? Let me tell you something, pal. You haven't got a clue. You're brainless. You could sell space between your ears.
Why can't you believe it?
Because you're an idiot. You're about as bright as a 2-watt bulb. What's it like going through life with the porch light on dim?
All I'm saying, I was sitting in my backyard.
Wave
and all of a
bye-bye,
sudden
pal.
it's like,
Next caller, you're on Kincaid all night. What do you want?
Is this Clive Kincaid?
No, it's Ricky Ricardo. Whatever drugs you're on, why don't you up the dosage?
I just want to make sure I'm talking to Clive Kincaid.
They're out there. They are out there. Let's go to line 3. Okay, what's your question?
My question's about your son, Robbie Griffin.
What did you say?
Robbie Griffin, remember him?
Yeah, time to wave bye-bye. See you, sonny boy. The psychos are out there tonight in droves. We'll be back, so stay tuned and don't touch that dial.
Clive, we got a slight technical problem.
What are you talking about?
We can't hear the caller. It sounds like you're talking to yourself.
Well, I can. And I don't want you to put those wackos through to me anymore. Conscience is not the voice of God. It is the gift of God. Cheap cookies, they're all the same.
No, they're not.
This is Clive Kincaid, and you're listening to Kincaid All Night.
It's me again.
Hey, only one call per wacko per night. Wave bye-bye, pal. Hey, is anybody listening? What's going on here? Do I get any help at all? Come on. Next caller, Kincaid All Night. What do you want?
You never answer my question. Do you remember Robbie Griffin?
Yes, I remember Robbie Griffin. But if you think you're going to take some name from the past and screw with me, you've got another thing coming. Wave bye-bye. Kincaid All Night, talk to me.
Try all you want, but you can't get rid of me. Why didn't
What are
you
you
ever
doing?
call or visit?
I don't get this. I can't hear anybody
going
but
on?
Kincaid. Something is seriously wrong here.
Okay, let's deal with this, all right? Why not? I've always been honest with my audience, so I'll be honest with you. Listen, I was passing through Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I met someone. We had a one-night stand. All right? She calls me a few months later, and she tells me she's gonna have the baby.
So you never called or visited your own son?
No, I went to see him once. I was going through Fort Wayne again, so I looked him up. I found him. I drove over to where he lived, and there he was, tossing a tennis ball up against the wall. He looked just like me. I wanted to get out and meet him, but I lost my nerve.
You left out a part. I had a baseball glove.
Who is this?
It's me, Dad. It's Robbie.
Robbie is dead. He died last summer!
This is freaky, man. Who the hell is Robbie?
I don't know, but we gotta get him out of there.
Clive?
Clive? Clive, unlock the door.
What's he looking at?
Clive? Clive? I better call Artie.
What the hell do you want? Why don't you leave me alone? I never wanted a kid. I wanted a career. Damn it, anyway. What would I do with the kid?
I can't believe this. What's he doing?
He's losing it.
Of course I thought of you.
Can't you cut him off?
I'm trying everything, and the controls aren't working.
It's okay, Dad. You messed up. You know it. I know it.
Don't you call me Dad? My son is dead.
I want to talk to you, Dad.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't you think? You're screwing with me! You were not my son! Get out of my life!
Who was the voice on the phone? Was it really the spirit of the dead son that Kincaid had abandoned years before? Something unusual was going on, because at exactly 10:25, lightning knocked out the utility lines outside the studio. Phone company records show that no calls at all were made from that point on. Yet that was the exact moment that the mysterious calls from Robbie Griffin started to come in. By the way, that was the last time that Kincaid ever appeared on the radio. A curious twist, because his show that night achieved its highest ratings of all time. Is this story of a radio talk show host haunted by his past based upon fact? It's your call.